are 2 people nominated for eviction this week.
No way!
Brian.
They are...
Brian.
I think it's just the fact that I don't like lying.
Day 47. Later today, the housemates will be told who faces a public vote for eviction from the Big Brother house this week. Paul has faced the public vote 4 times.
Is the first one necessary? Because Emma, I can understand. Me, I can understand.
AM. All of the housemates are asleep.
This is Big Brother. The results of this week's nominations will be revealed in 1 hour's time.
Oh, shit!
Scares up.
Oh, shit!
Scares up.
Oh, shit! What if people we're all up for nomination?
Could happen. I don't think all of us will be.
No, you're all up for nomination apart from Elizabeth. Could happen, Elizabeth.
Could, but I don't think it will. I can imagine you're all up for nomination apart from Dean.
Look up to you,
Not for me, sweetheart.
I had a dream last night that me and Elizabeth were nominated and we were fuming with you.
Really?
Yeah, we were going, 2 girls, just because you're scared of us and all stuff like this.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, Elizabeth was going, just because we got girl power and all stuff like this. Going.
I had a dream that I got out here and the papers just torn me to pieces.
They all say to reverse your dreams, don't they?
That was horrible. It was awful.
11 AM. Paul, Brian and Dean are still in bed.
Wake up! Start number tea! Okay, nominations in half an hour. To get you lazy buggers out of bed. I was going to bring you a nice cup of tea. Brew in.
You
were talking about Anna.
Yeah. What time was it, Helen?
5 to 11.
I was talking about Emma. What about Emma?
Fancied her or something.
Oh, bollocks.
Can you wake up and
I've just made porridge, guys.
You what?
Just made porridge.
Cool.
I had a terrible dream last night. I dreamt the nominations were, I know I'm talking about Dean's still waking up, it was me and Elizabeth were fuming with you lot for voting us out.
Why?
Because he said it's not fair.
I didn't mean to, I just mentioned your name.
This is what you dreamt of? I dreamt of you.
Yeah, you dreamt of Anna.
Wonder who's going to do it, which voice will do it.
Hey, mate, I've got a new theory. I might sit here.
Oh no, you'll spoil the theory.
Yeah, I might spoil it for myself. I might actually not get nominated.
Yeah.
Zip.
It's too late. That was done yesterday. I just sat here yesterday.
Would have
See, that don't work, see?
Yeah, these are just the results.
Oh, I've done it wrong.
But you never know.
Oh my God, Paul, move! It's me, move!
Exactly.
You're jinxing our couch.
It's going to be one of us.
Sorry.
Oh, of course it's going to be one of us.
The couch is now jinxed.
Might be 2 of us,
No,
might be
I
3 of
do
us.
think I will go before any of you. I want to. Guys, honestly.
The couch is
Well,
now.
you can't make that decision, can you, Brian?
Jinx my chair.
Sat on the couch.
We're cursed. We may as well leave now,
I
Brian.
could get my cases now.
No.
This is Big Brother.
Oh, Brian.
Kiss on the lips.
Give me your hand.
Oh.
Here I go. This is me. Here I go.
There are 2 people nominated for eviction this week.
Way.
Brian.
They are,
Brian.
in alphabetical order,
Brian.
Might be me. Shut up, you selfish
Brian.
git.
It's Brian. That's me.
Helen,
And Paul.
and Josh.
Excuse me, where's my name?
There you go, week off, mate.
Week off, Paul.
He's sat on our bench.
Paul.
He sat on our bench.
What's it? Worst things happen. Let's say.
You right?
Yeah, I'm fine, mate. Yeah, that's
He's fine.
Wow.
2 people. I don't get this.
How you doing?
Fine.
Fine.
Yeah, we thought it was going in, didn't we?
Told you my dream was
Sorry, I
come
didn't
true.
need to jump around then, but I was actually really, really shocked.
Big Brother calls Josh to the diary room. Brian, Dean, Helen and Paul nominated him this week.
Well, I wasn't surprised being nominated. We're down to a few people now, and people have to choose people for whatever reason. It was just a surprise there's only 2 of us. I think everyone thought that there would be more. You have in your head who you think might nominate you, who you don't bond with as well. And you sort of had maybe add it up or stuff, and I thought, oh, I'll be nominated, but I thought I'd be in there with a few others. So between Helen and myself, we got quite a few votes for whatever reason. I think Friday will be quite tough. I think that's when the nerves may show on myself or Helen, just because it's a long day and the tension builds up and you don't know, and then they suddenly announce it. So I think Friday will be difficult, but apart from that, concentrate on the task for tomorrow. Let's get through that. Thursday is sort of lounging day, and then on Friday, yeah, that could be a tough one. We'll wait and see what happens. It's gonna not be easy.
Clear. Oh, shit.
On Wednesday, the group will be tested on their weekly task. They must manoeuvre a drum kit and all 6 housemates over an assault course.
Got her. Head down.
Keep your head down always.
Got her boobs. Find her. She's alright. Doing well. Pointed toes. Pointed toes. Okay, down.
Grab something, Helen. Grab something, sweetheart.
There are 3 obstacles. A web, which they must not touch.
On 2.
Clear.
Go.
On you go, Dean.
Yeah, mate. Plenty of time there.
Watch, she's under this time.
Okay, go.
A wall, which the drum kit must go over and the housemates under.
Excellent.
Let's grab my personal thing with the brokers.
What was that?
When you get the drums.
Yeah, we're doing well, guys. Keep going. Big one.
Get down.
And a toxic swamp, which they must carry the drums safely over using ropes. Once they have cleared the obstacles, the drum kit must be assembled and played.
Okay, slow.
Look at the ropes.
Okay.
Everyone go. What's
Who's taking the rope?
Throw the ropes in the area.
They have just 8 minutes and 15 seconds to complete the course.
Right, we've got to get the pedal to the right position because it keeps coming down. Yeah, be careful with the stalls. Everything tight.
Yeah.
Ready, go.
Okay.
What is it?
He forgot to do it.
2 minutes. I didn't forget to. I started it. It must have stopped at one point.
Oh!
Sorry. I can't help that.
I'm sure that was quicker.
1:10 p.m. Paul and Helen discuss the nominations result.
I'm
Who would have thought it would have gone like this? You never would have predicted it, would you?
No.
Not
To
really.
be in here 7 weeks.
Both of us have had real weird circumstances in here. You were nominated first, and then didn't be nominated for absolutely ages.
Oh,
and then I wasn't nominated first, nominated every other week that you weren't. It's literally you and me have been up for nomination every week since we've been here. Haven't we? You or me have been up for nomination every single week.
Yeah, that's weird, that is.
Silence! Elizabeth, silence!
You did it.
Silence! Elizabeth's here. Silence!
Didn't they hate us?
Hate us where? In the house?
Huh?
Don't care. Do you mean the answer to that question? No, they don't.
I know it.
But do you want the answer to the question if they did? Don't care.
No.
Probably really fat today.
No? I feel thinner today. I look thinner today.
Does my bum look big in this?
Are you winding me up?
Some ones, yeah.
I think the nation have had enough of me now. I'm new by now, Paul. 7 weeks of me.
Mate, I had enough of you after the first week.
He's a musician and...
Elizabeth, I'm not
Paul's
gay.
Paul.
Okay. course you're not gay. I keep forgetting. I know, actually, when I get out, I find out that Josh isn't gay.
Oh, please.
He's just said this.
I would be disgusted.
I wouldn't.
Josh.
I can quite believe it.
If I got out and found out you weren't gay, I'd have a serious issue with you.
Would you? I wouldn't.
It's nothing to do with... It's nothing to do with gay or straight, mate. It's nothing to do with that. It's deceitful.
But what if you found out he was a fireman, then?
That's completely different.
Go to chicken tonight. No, I let them out this morning. Chickens. What, so get some cabbage.
The fact that he's gay, he would have taken advantage of the situation.
How's he taking advantage?
No, as in compromising people's positions.
What do you mean? I don't
In the
understand.
sense that he feels that he could have used the gay thing to get in, to see you naked, to do this, to basically not respect your privacy in any way, shape or
But
form.
that's one thing Josh hasn't done.
No, that's cool then. That's fair.
So why
fair play
should
then.
it change then? Well, you find out, if you get out there and you find that Josh is straight.
If it's saying whether you're gay or straight, that's a massive thing. It's not even in the line of lying about your job, is it?
I don't know if it is. I mean, maybe that's a problem. Maybe that's where a lot of homophobia comes from. Maybe it should just be accepted as another normal
I'm
thing.
not homophobic.
No, I'm not implying that you're homophobic. I'm just saying that maybe our society just makes it into such a huge thing.
I think it's just the fact that I don't like lying.
What was I like?
You can have a flan if you want.
Chip shop?
Josh, can we just sort one thing out, yeah? I think that what I said was unfortunately like the gay cloud. That isn't it. It's the fact that I would see you as being a liar.
I know, but it's a really silly comment to make.
Why?
Because sexuality shouldn't matter.
No.
I don't know, it's the way you said it. It's like I had a real problem with you, and I was like, well, that's strange.
It would be exactly the same as if you came in here, right? And
No, you wouldn't.
And you said that your mum and dad died in a plane crash. Because
I think if you'd come in here and said your parents had died in a plane crash,
Yeah.
is that you?
And
It's
got the
not
sympathy.
Just a lie.
It's, yeah.
You're playing on people's
You're playing on
emotions.
people's emotions. It's totally
I
different.
think that's very
I'm not playing on people's
different.
emotions. I'm saying I'm
That's not
gay.
playing- It's
He
not
sat
about
there,
Josh
hang on a
and
minute,
Josh.
he sat there
Yeah, it's
and
not
he
about
explained
me.
about telling his nan, his gran that he was gay. He told about all these things coming out that he was gay. That is complete emotion. And if he said after this he was straight and all that were lies, I'm sorry, I'd have a problem with him.
Okay, well then you've just
Emotional
given a
rollercoaster.
different reason then to before.
No, mate.
It's all right, mate.
No, you do, don't you?
Yeah, that's fine. So,
You sure?
yeah.
I think that's the thing that boils down to, though. That you're saying about telling your nan that. I believe you, and I know that all that's the truth.
Right, it's not a problem. Sexuality is not a problem.
No,
It's
it's
cool.
nothing to do with sexuality.
All right, it's not. It's
Absolutely
cool.
nothing to
It's
do with
absolutely
that.
cool. Finished.
Okay.
It's
Back on.
I put it back on, that's why. 15 minutes.
I was
that's why
picking
I'm
the bread up from the floor.
It gets to the point where there is nothing to say.
asking.
3:32 p.m. Paul and Helen play snakes and ladders.
I'm not gonna make that.
Done that.
Sperm fluff.
Sperm fluff.
It's nice having a week off.
Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic.
Imagine if you don't get nominated again, you just go to public vote week 9. And you know they love you.
That'd be mad, wouldn't it? Who knows? God knows.
I could say something now, but I'm not going to say it.
Don't say anything, because you're a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Shh. Shush.
(4:27 p.m. Helen is called to the diary room. Dean, Elizabeth and Josh nominated her this week.
Hello, Helen. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
How do you feel about the nomination this morning?
Oh, I don't really mind, really. I'm surprised I lasted this long without going up for nomination. Like, I was up like the first week, and then I was surprised, but I don't mind. Worse things can happen to you. I was waiting for Paul because, you know, he has been nominated like 4 times, you know. Not that I nominated him, but I was just waiting for, and I think he was as well, and I just think it was a bit of a shock for him, you know?
How do you think Josh is coping?
I've asked him if he's okay, because really, like he said, he is a nomination virgin, really, where I've been up for it before. But it's hard to tell with Josh sometimes what he's really thinking, you know?
If you do go on Friday, Helen, how do you think the house will change?
That's a good question. I don't think I'll be missed that much. I think the house might be a little bit quiet and there won't be so much screaming going on. But I don't think it'll change that much, really, with me going.
Elizabeth is making a game of Kaplunk from a plastic bottle and some joss sticks.
I'm still shocked I'm here. It's not weird.
Really?
What?
Are you?
Yeah.
You really thought?
Completely had myself so built up to it.
I thought it might be everyone but Elizabeth, to be honest. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought it might be.
Because no one, yeah.
Yeah.
I did too.
Because I just can't see
See,
anyone.
I think what's hard now, I think that Josh still feels a bit about it. Do you think he does?
Probably.
I think he does.
You know, you've got to just take it on the chin. It's not necessarily rejection, it's just...
The way the cookie crumbles?
We're down to them numbers now, where everyone who you nominate are people you like.
7:11 p.m. Josh, Brian and Elizabeth play homemade Kaplunk.
Oh, and 2 for Josh.
Can't lift it up because it jogs them.
You can't lift it
Oh,
up.
excuse me.
You've got to go down.
Be a first in here. I guarantee you will last.
Gently does it. Oh, you're fine.
1, okay.
Oh,
2.
Oh, that's evil. Oh, Josh, I can't take it seriously. You've got no crotch in your trousers, honestly.
You keep looking.
I can't. Yeah, well, do you blame me? Well, it's in my face. It's been that long. It's nothing got to do with you, Josh. It's just that it's there. See what I mean?
It's good.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
how do you
it's
not
like-
look?
They're very strategically placed,
They are, aren't
Josh.
they?
I mean, there's no holes anywhere. Do you-
Anywhere, and
Do you
they're-
pee yourself often and they've burned
Drip,
through?
yeah.
You're all looking at my crotch.
If you covered
Well,
it,
you're
Josh, and
putting
weren't
it on
displaying
show.
it, we wouldn't have to.
Ta-da!
Is it my go again? Oh, it's practically
Yes.
looking at me. Oh, I'm getting all flushed in the face.
Oh, behave. Can you make me speechless there?
Oh, well, you know.
Is your heart going?
Please.
Why is he still tanned?
Yeah,
He is, isn't he?
What's that, Josh?
Stop looking at my bollocks.
8:22 p.m. Paul and Helen are cooking an evening meal of chicken with cheese sauce and vegetables.
Hang on, you want it back on?
Okay, everything's cool.
Paul's in the kitchen again. Oh my God. Paul, you want your chicken back on?
What are you doing with the bread on the floor?
It's not on the floor, I was just picking some stuff up from the floor.
Which just was the same shape as your bread.
Paul, how long has the chicken been on?
Huh? I'm fine!
Can I just tell you that once that glows, the heater goes off. You put it back on.
Yep.
Yeah, put it back on, yeah. But Paul, how long has it been on for?
Give me
Didn't you put it back on? But you haven't even put it back on.
It's back on.
I put it back on, that's why. 15 minutes.
I was picking the bread up from the floor!
Ah, he's so irritable. And you're not even up for nomination this week. You better sort your chicken out. Or my chicken and rescue it.
What?
Paul, you went in, mate. Paul, don't be nasty now. I really pissed you off. Paul, I really pissed you off.
Shut. It's impossible.
I don't think it is,
Right,
Paul.
that's not possible, but you couldn't do it in here. You don't, right.
You are a danger in you. I swear to God, and We've got to get the carrots in there as well, you idiot.
20 minutes later, dinner is served.
H. Helen. If there's any time I've needed you, it's right now to finish the masterpiece.
Sorry, no, I've got some ideas.
Helen.
I'm just being whingy because I'm just working.
I've got to do something. Come here. Oi.
Yeah, but you spoiled it.
Why?
Because I haven't got enough knives and forks.
This is fantastic, Paul, from Helen. Thank you very much.
Yeah, excellent.
10:22 p.m. While the rest of the group tidy up after dinner, Dean and Elizabeth are in the garden.
It's weird, isn't it? Because, you know, it is a popularity contest.
Yeah.
And you just think... But at the same time...
But then you think by whose decision?
By whom, yeah. It's funny, though, isn't it? Because, like, you know, the whole cooking in the kitchen thing tonight is just kind of like... quite draining to listen to.
Yeah, I don't really like... I was going to say I don't really like how Paul does it. I think the last time he cooked, he just stood there and said, "No one is interfering with this meal, I'm going to cook." I think he feels that he's got to kind of assert himself. But the way he asserts himself, I find quite...
Paul's not a woman's man, is he? Because I hear him say things and I just think,
clang.
That's going to grate. Do you know what I mean? That's going to grate. If you say that to a woman, if you say a story about a bird who only wanted to know what car he drove, that's not going to go down well with your average intelligent girl, woman, whatever.
But yet it obviously does work for a lot of people out there.
Does it though?
Well, he stayed in 4 times.
Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
I just kept saying to him in the diary, I've tried to be neutral towards Paul. But it's like tonight it was wiping up with me, and I just thought, what are we going to talk about?
It gets to a point where there is nothing to say.
Sure.
2:22 a.m. and everyone, except Josh, is in bed.
What, they put the
I like your dressing gown.
Can you not sleep?
No, I've laid there for half an hour and wide awake. You said that though, didn't you, when you went to bed? You said you got loads of energy. And of course, everything from the day's going through my head, so it's like,
Yeah. You feeling all right?
Yeah, no, I really feel good actually. Just loads of thoughts in my head, you know, what if I go and what if I don't go?
You seem to be really fine.
No, I was a bit shaky up to about 5 o'clock and then I was through it. Actually, after I talked to you there, just all cleared, just fine.
Cool.
Thought, can't do anything about it now, it's out there, so... When I first heard my name, I was actually quite gutted, but I was trying to keep calm.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I remember I was holding hands with Helen, funny enough. And she said, "Oh, if we get nominated, just say, oh, worst things happen at sea." And I remember trying to choke it out and go, "Worst things happen at sea." And I said to her, it's a really weird feeling in your gut. You're trying to put on the brave face, but underneath you feel like really strange and you don't know how to react. Really weird on your emotions. Crazy.
Who goes? You decide. To evict Helen, call 09011 154406. To evict Josh, call 09011 154412.
Stay with us for The Secret Life of Us. Alex can't cope with her guilt next on 4. More from Big Brother tomorrow night at 10.